Thomas the tank engine wouldn't stop grumbling in the sheds. Night after night, he kept the other engines awake. "I'm tired of pushing coaches. I want to see the world." But the engines didn't take much notice, for Thomas was a little engine with a long tongue. One night, Edward came back to the sheds. He was a kind engine and felt sorry for Thomas. "I've got some freight cars to take tomorrow. If you take those, I'll push coaches in the yard." "Thank you," said Thomas. "That would be nice." So the next morning, Edward and Thomas asked their drivers, and when they said yes, Thomas went off to find the freight cars. Now the freight cars are silly and noisy and do not pay attention to their work. And I'm sorry to say they play tricks on engines who are not used to them. Edward knew all about freight cars. He warned Thomas to be careful, but Thomas was too excited to listen. The shunter fastened the coupling, and when the signal dropped, Thomas was ready. The conductor blew his whistle. "Beep, beep," answered Thomas and set off. But the freight cars weren't ready. "Oh, oh," they screamed. "Wait, Thomas, wait!" But Thomas wouldn't wait. Come on," he puffed. "All right, don't fuss. All right, don't fuss," grumbled the cars. Thomas began to go faster and faster. "Whoosh!" he whistled as they rushed through Henry's tunnel. "Hurry, hurry, hurry," called Thomas. He was feeling very proud of himself. But the cars grew crosser and crosser. At last, Thomas slowed down as they came to Gordon's Hill. "Steady now, steady," warned the driver as they reached the top. He began to apply the brakes. We're stopping," called Thomas. "No, no, no," answered the cars, bumping into each other. Go on," and before the driver could stop them, they had pushed Thomas down the hill. Poor Thomas tried hard to stop them from making him go any faster. Stop pushing, he hissed. But the cars took no notice. Go on, they giggled in their silly ways. "There's a station. Oh dear, what shall I do?" cried Thomas. They rattled through and swerved into the goods yard. Thomas shut his eyes. "I must stop." When he opened his eyes, he saw he had stopped just in front of the buffers. There, watching him, was Sir Topham Hatt. "What are you doing here, Thomas?" "I've brought Edward's freight cars, sir," answered Thomas. "Why did you come so fast?" "I didn't mean to. I was pushed," said Thomas. "You have a lot to learn about freight cars, little Thomas. After pushing them about for a few weeks, you'll know about them almost as much as Edward. Then you'll be a really useful engine."